Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another hip hop video for y'all. And yeah, I'm still up. It's already midnight, but the grind never stops. But anyway, I just wanted to share something with y'all. This is another hip hop video. This is some hip hop history. This is a video about two legendary record labels. And both of these record labels had legends signed to them. Like when it comes down to like the 90s, both of these record labels were like when it came down to being an artist that was like up and coming, these two labels are two of the labels that I'm pretty sure like a decent amount of artists had wanted to sign to because like I said, Eminem Eminem, like Master P was talking about saying that he nearly signed Eminem to his label. But anyway, I just got a question for y'all. Death Row Records versus No Limit Records. Which record label had the best legacy in hip hop? My fellow, my fellow fans, my fellow Death Row Records fans, my fellow No Limit Records fans, Master P fans, Suge Knight fans. Let's chat. Let's have a discussion about this. And that's another thing about these two labels too. Snoop Dogg was signed to Death Row, but Master P had ended up signing Snoop Dogg to No Limit. Like Snoop Dogg ended up leaving Death Row and then signed to Master P's label No Limit. I mean, Master P pretty much saved Snoop Dogg's life, but which record label do you feel had the best legacy when it came down to hip hop? Let's have a discussion about this. I'm gonna give you my answer like I do as always. Both of these labels had a great legacy. Death Row Records had a great legacy, and No Limit Records had a great legacy. Snoop Dogg was signed to both of these labels. He was signed to Death Row Records first, then later on he signed to No Limit with Master P. Both of these labels is legendary. Tupac was signed to Death Row until he had passed away. And like Death Row, they also had the Dog Pound, Corrupt, Daz Dillinger, Snoop Dogg and the Dog Pound. They had Nate Dogg. Like there was definitely like a lot of legends on Death Row. And at the time, Dr. Dre was on Death Row Records too, but Dr. Dre, he ended up leaving Death Row and formed his own company, Aftermath. Now, on No Limit, they had Mystical, they had Soak the Shocker, they had C Murder. I mean, there was definitely some legends on No Limit, but I feel if you want to talk about which label had the best legacy in hip hop, I would probably say No Limit because Death Row Records did have a lot of success, but you see the situation with Suge Knight staying in and out of prison, Death Row Records were having its ups and its downs. But Death Row Records, it still existed as a record label in the early 2000s because King Cricket, King Cricket used to be signed to Death Row. King Cricket was on Death Row like in the early 2000s, but yeah, I honestly feel that No Limit Records had the better legacy because Master P was like a boss. Master P, he had his artists putting out new albums, new projects consistently. Because I remember Mystical was talking about in one of his Vlad TV interviews where he was saying that Ghetto Fabulous was like his worst effort because he had to like rush the process because Master P, he had the artists putting out new projects consistently, doing what he needed to do to keep the label successful. But yeah, and if you ask me, No Limit Records had a better legacy for hip hop than Death Row Records. But Death Row Records had a great legacy. Suge Knight created a great legacy with Death Row Records, but I feel that Master P created a greater legacy with No Limit Records because with Suge Knight stayed in and out of prison. And that's another thing about it too. Suge Knight is actually currently in prison right now doing a life sentence because of the hit and run incident that had happened during the when they was doing the filming the biopic for Straight Outta Compton. So but yeah, in my opinion, I feel that No Limit Records had the best legacy for hip hop. But yeah, my fellow Death Row fans, my fellow Suge Knight fans, my fellow Master P fans, let's chat. Death Row Records or No Limit Records, which record label had the best legacy for hip hop? Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.